Edition of the RampCheck Podcast Livestream. We're going to be talking about a little rocket that Elon decided to fire up last week over Texas, and the rapid unscheduled disassembly that ensued thereafter. Also tonight on the podcast, the retiring of an F-16 at
F-15.
That's what I said, F-15. We're doing it. We're trying a different intro tonight, so it's like, so yeah, things are a little bit, but that's okay. And then also tonight on the RampCheck podcast, more fun stuff to talk about. Canada confiscating an AN-124. We'll talk about that. And more sightings of the F-117 happening just recently. That is all coming up on the RampCheck podcast tonight. What do you say we get started, brother?
Let's do it.
This is Stable Airport information, Mike. Wind at 320 degrees at 6, temperature 53, altimeter 3000.
People like you, organizations like RampCheck, I love you guys.
4, 5, 6. Gotta be down, ready now.
You are clear for takeoff runway 21 left. Winds are calm. Stand by for the retrans on uniform. It's showtime.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to another edition of the RampCheck podcast. I'm Tony.
I'm Aaron.
And
Who the hell's Ryan?
Ryan, I should have uploaded that photo that he sent us of that beautiful sunset. That little shit's in Florida on assignment. Well, he's not on assignment.
Assignment.
That's what I like to say. I don't know. I'm retarded.
It makes us sound important.
Right, exactly. No, Ryan, hopefully he'll check in tonight. He said he was going to try to. He's vacationing in Florida at the moment. We all deserve a little bit of a break every now and then. But okay. We just tried a new intro. I don't know. We're going to refine it. We're working on it, but let us know in the chat what you think about it. And speaking of chat, social comments display wrong chat, Tony. Jesus, we're off to a wonderful start. Aircraft images checking in. RampCheck time. What's up, brothers? Hey, good to have you on board. And we got Wadman. Let the chaos begin. I know, right, dude? He knows
That's
this
right.
so well.
Exactly. I don't know if he's talking about your internet, which, cross our fingers, it'll be good tonight.
I know, right?
Just our, chaos.
So far, so good, I guess.
So far, so good. It looks great.
Hey, everybody, just so you know, the RampCheck podcast, of course, is it's brought to you by our good friends at the Ramp Swag store. That's right.
That's right.
Lots of head over to the Ramp Swag store right now. You can get a lot of great, a bunch of really cool stuff, including not her, but the swimsuit that she's wearing. You've got a lot of different options there. Of course, there's the new split. I've got to get me that.
Yeah,
In
I
fact,
know.
I need to order it. Do you think if I order it like tonight, that it'll be here by like the 8th or 9th or something? You think it'll make it by then?
Oh yeah, it should.
Okay.
Easy.
All right. I'm going to jump on the Ramp Swag store afterwards, but www.rampcheckglobal.com. That's a great place to get all the Ramp Swag that you need. Aaron, tell us a little bit more about that.
Yeah, so we have our new swimwear line. We were talking about it last week.
Mm-hmm.
But men's and women's swimwear, just, bunch of awesome Splinter camo stuff. Also some more remove before flight swimwear that was just uploaded. And then, of course, hoodies, hats, t-shirts. But it is time. It was like 65 degrees here in Utah today. So hoping that the warm late spring, almost summertime is here. So
Aaron, is there a remove before flight cover up?
Meaning like a swimwear cover up?
Yeah, like a swimwear cover up, because technically you would remove that before getting in the pool, as opposed to removing your swimsuit before. Well, I guess it depends on where you're at.
No, we don't. We don't have a cover up. We're not that advanced. But we do have a hoodie and t-shirts available.
Right.
Remove before flight.
And of course, one of the very cool Ramp Swag hats would go just great with
Hell
one of
yeah,
those
it would.
swimsuits.
Let's see. Where's the remove? Okay, here's all the other remove before flight stuff. Oh, you know what? We do have a satin robe with embroidered remove before flight. Would that work?
All right, now you're getting there. And
Yeah.
and coming soon, the remove before flight lingerie line.
Oh my god. Yeah, no, I don't think so.
Oh, come on. I
Yeah.
know, this is a family show. Wadman says 65 degrees with lots of lightning. Was it storming up there today?
It must have been. Or the lightnings were flying at a hill.
Oh, duh. This is an aviation podcast. I'm
Yeah,
retarded.
he's just
You know what we need, brother? We need...
Joe says, I'll wear the robe. You got it, dude. That would be awesome.
Joe, if we send you one, you're gonna wear it. And I don't want to see pictures. I don't want proof.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's too funny. That's freaking awesome.
Oh, that's great.
Oh man. Hey, you're welcome to join in, of course, to the podcast. You can send us a chat if you're watching on Twitter, Facebook. Is the Twitter chat working yet, actually? Do you know?
Oh no, I think that's because of the service where we do our live stream. So I don't think so.
Okay, but you can join the chat on Facebook and on YouTube as well. So don't forget, we're also on Rumble, and you can catch the live stream every Wednesday night at 7 p.m.
Yep, there you go.
And Joe wants the red shorts too. Do we have silky ones?
Those are pretty awesome, huh? No, those shorts are they're swim trunks. So I mean, you could probably wear them no matter wherever. I mean, they're pretty cool. So
right.
Anyway, yeah. So go pick up some Ramp swag.
Definitely
supports us, supports the channel, supports what we do. Yep. Yeah, absolutely.
Yep. If you want to see more awesome content from us, go buy some shit. I mean, some swag, Ramp swag. Yes, something like that. Anyway, what do you say we start off our first story of the evening?
Absolutely. Let's do it.
The kids getting a little unruly in the background there, brother.
So I just had to so there's been a stomach bug, a intestinal bug going through the kids.
Oh God, your house must smell wonderful.
Right Oliver really had it bad from last Thursday, and he finally got better yesterday.
Oh, that's good.
But now Lula, man, that poor kid, she's basically just peeing out her butt right now.
Oh,
it's pretty bad.
Oh, and Jessica.
Yeah. I know. They're like, I bought some shades for the office door, but I haven't installed them yet. So they like to come over to the glass doors and wave at me and bang on the doors to try to come in and talk to me. But
that's funny.
Anyway, love you, honey.
That's awesome.
No problem. You're welcome to come in anytime.
By the way, really quick, you don't want me to take off the robe with yeah, that's true, Joe. We really appreciate you caring about us and our viewers.
Oh my God. Yeah,
hey,
so
thank
true.
you, though. He says we have great designs. So Joe, appreciate that. Appreciate that very much. That's freaking awesome. So
while we're talking, brother, I'm going to post on Instagram on our story that we're live right now. So that is live streaming. There we go.
Yes, we are. And Joe, I agree with you. Thanks, man. Okay. But while Aaron's doing that, lots of stuff going on last week, of course, in the aviation / space community. Of course, Elon Musk and SpaceX, they shot off a little bottle rocket out of Texas last week, and wow, that was pretty damn impressive. We're going to talk about that in a minute. Can you tell I'm just kind of filling at the moment while Aaron's fucking around on Instagram? Anytime, brother. We appreciate it. Hey, if you haven't checked in yet, check in with us right now. Let us know where you're watching from tonight. And if you're a first-time checker inner or anyway, yeah. And what else was I going to say? Oh, you know what? I'm just going to show something really quick while Aaron's doing that. Let's see here. I want to show you guys something. So there was an exercise
Cool, I'm back.
out in India.
India, that's right.
Recently, yes, they were exercising with the airplanes out in the India. Sorry. Here's a really cool shot, though. This was so this is Operation. There's the latest iteration of COPE India bilateral air exercise being held at the Kalaekunda Air Force Station in the state of West Bengal, eastern India. Other U.S. Air Force assets are involved in the maneuvers too, alongside an impressive selection of Indian Air Force types, including the Dassault Rafale. That's a cool looking airplane. The HAL Tejas, the Sepicat Jaguar, and the Su-30 Flanker. But anyway, this is a really cool picture right here. I just wanted to show everybody of the B-1 being quote unquote flanked by other aircraft. Anyway, there is another picture too that I wanted to show as well, and I'm confused because the Indian Air Force. Or I should say India themselves. Let's see. That's another badass picture. See the B-1 lurking in the background.
That's cool.
So let's see. Is there? I don't see a Rafale. Oh, there it is. It's on the right.
It's on that side. Yep.
Okay. There it is. But so you hear these stories of India like getting all cozy with the Russians as far as this whole BRICS nations thing goes, and then you see the what are those MiG?
Are you talking about the photo?
Yeah, the photo right now.
Yeah, MiG-23s.
Yeah, MiG-23s. Okay. But and then they're like being all friendly with us. It's like, who are your friends, dudes? Pick a side. Quit playing both of us.
I know. We've been trying to sell them fighters for years, but I don't know. I think they just, other than the Rafale, they, I don't know. I guess they just wanted the discount fighter.
They do like their Russian aircraft. That is for damn sure. But anyway, a couple of cool shots going on from there. So
India is an important ally, especially if there's ever a conflict with China. So I'm sure that's why we're doing joint, exercises with them.
Oh yeah, that's true. I guess we can gather some intelligence at the same time while we're being all friendly.
Well, I mean, there was an Air Force. I don't know. I don't remember who it was. I don't have the story in front of me. I'm just going by memory. But actually flew in the Su-30s at the India. So we got a lot of intel off that, I'm sure.
Oh, by the way, speaking of Su-30s, where's that? Where is that? Oh, so I wanted to show this as well while we're talking about it before we get into our main story. But look how freaking big the Su-30 is.
Yeah, compared to
look at the little tiny F-16 way back there in the background.
Oh,
they're things,
huge.
I had no idea they were so massive.
Yeah, they are big.
So this is the Indonesian Air Force. Again, make up your minds, dudes. Of course, I think Indonesia is more communist than anything, aren't they?
I actually don't know anything about Indonesia.
I don't know. Fucking commies. No, anyway. Anyway, so I just thought that was kind of cool to see. I had no idea it was so freaking big. So Brady Kendrick checking in. Editing airshow photos and listening in. Perfect way to spend the evening.
Awesome.
Brady, I couldn't agree more, my friend.
Thanks for what airshow the photos from? Let us know in the chat. Be cool.
Definitely. And
Damn,
Joe,
that suit is gigantic.
Joe agrees in our flanker envy as well. So.
Yeah, that's what she said. Oh, cool. Brady says dice. Cool. Yeah,
nice.
that was last weekend.
So
with the long lenses allowed. Finally.
I was just gonna say, were you able to take your long lens in with you?
Oh yeah.
Oh dear Lord.
That's funny.
Joe, one more thing. A lot of chat. Keep it going, guys. It's fun to try and keep up. Let's see. Hey, Joe, how's it going, bro? I just now saw you were talking to me. LOL. Oh, so Joe and
Aircraft Images are going back and forth,
having a little side conversation.
Yeah.
That's what text is for, dudes. Jesus, I'm just kidding.
No.
I'm totally kidding. It's funny you guys are interacting. We love it.
Jeez, Tony, brought to you by the prick tonight. My God. Jeez. Anyway, no, it's all good. It's all good. I know.
India is all about keeping the peace. I'm sure they would make a great mediator. Maybe. Well, I'll tell you what. One thing that would solidify that is they have great call centers in India.
Yeah, they can divert all that all the funds that they get from scamming the old ladies here in the United States,
dude,
the military. But China and India are not friends, so that wouldn't be a good mediator. Actually.
Well, that's true. But here's the thing. So I freaking called. I freaking called Best Buy. This was a couple of weeks ago when I was looking to upgrade my webcam. I was actually looking for a mesh system, and I ended up getting mine from Costco. So I called Best Buy to ask them a question about that, and Best Buy is 2 miles from my house, and my call got routed to fucking India. And well, do you have this inside? Oh, let me see. Let me put you on hold, sir. And then they probably just sit there, go grab a cup of coffee, check their watch, and then they come back. Oh no, I'm sorry, that is not in stock.
You're like, wow, yeah. And there's nothing wrong with Indians. I mean,
no, not at all. It's just hard.
It's just when you call a company here, you just would like to talk to somebody here who's physically here. So anyway,
absolutely. Brady, lenses were no problem. Just an annoying air show. Karen yelling at the photographers for standing. Haha.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, we need to make some more of those caution air show photographer stands at air shows shirts. We made one of those for Jacob Remmel years ago, and I don't know if he still has it or not, but that's a pretty funny shirt actually.
I would just turn around and flash her one of these.
Yeah. Shut up. This is bullshit.
Anyway, no, that's too funny. Joe says Best Buy, there was your first mistake. Joe, I live in St. George, Utah.
Here we go.
It's pretty small. We're kind of limited at our different options. But anyway. Whoa, look!
Oh, brother.
Look who it is. Hey, brother.
Damn, dude, your hair is like 10 feet tall, dude. It looks like it's on fire.
Is that the humidity?
The angle. How you guys doing?
What's going on, brother? Thanks for checking in.
Yeah, sorry to interrupt. I'm kind of just on a little bit of a schedule here right now, and
you're on vacation.
Well, his girlfriend let him go for about 5 minutes. She's got a string on his nuts right now, just waiting to be pulled. So we've only got a few minutes, I'm sure.
Yeah, don't. Yeah, you guys all know how it is.
Yeah, we love you, Deanna.
So what you been up to?
Oh man, you can tell I got a little bit of sun. It's definitely very muggy and sunny down here in Florida. But
what do you mean it's sunny? The sun's down.
Well, it has been.
Now.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Well, no shit, brother. Like, obviously, I got sun when the sun's out.
I tell you what, the older Tony gets, the more like old man jokes come out.
Oh.
So.
Just wait till you
Well-
get there too, guys.
I
Just
know.
wait.
I
Just
know.
wait.
Yeah,
The
no,
raccoon eyes.
it's been a good trip. We're here through Sunday, taking the flight home, but I just thought I'd drop in and say hi to your brothers and kind of just, maybe tell you a couple things I've seen here that's been pretty badass. So I see that question there. Where in Florida? I'm in Destin, which it's the Gulf. It's
You're on
like
the Gulf side,
along the Gulf.
right? Yeah.
I'm actually in Central Time. Not I
Yeah,
live
so he's kind of where the Panhandle is in the Gulf. What Air Force
Right.
base are you right by, brother?
So Eglin.
That's
Eglin
right.
Air Force Base, and I've got to tell you guys. So we have there's a bay here, and there's a pool on top of the hotel that hang out, and I'm like, I'm loving it here because all day long there's F-35s. I've seen some T-38s. I've seen some Raptors. There's just like so much military traffic. I've seen C-130s, C-17s, and I'm just, I'm in this warm tropical weather, and I'm just getting buzzed by jets all day, and it's just pretty badass. So
Didn't you get buzzed by an osprey at the beach the other day or something?
yeah, so I didn't have my phone, and we were eating at a restaurant right on the beach, and all of a sudden I see these people like point, and they're like, "Holy cow, look!" And I look, and there's literally an osprey like just buzzing all the people along the beach.
That's awesome, man.
I wish I would have had
Wow.
my phone, but it was hauling ass too. So it was,
It was in airplane mode.
yeah. And
Yeah.
then,
The
For
real
sure.
airplane mode.
and then today, along the beach, there were 4 A-10s that kind of buzzed the beach, and they were waving their wings and waving at everybody.
Oh, dude.
It's just a really cool area. A lot of military traffic, but also a lot of commercial traffic. So
Yeah.
something I didn't know, and to everyone listening, is so we landed at VPS.
Valparaiso.
Yeah, and
Mhm.
it's one of the few commercial airports that's also like a military base.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
we like land, and Deanna's like, "Look, aren't those military?" And I look, and it's just like hangars of like F-35s and Raptors
Wow.
and shit. And I'm like, did we land at the right place? Like, I'm thinking they diverted us and landed it on the military base. It's happening.
Yeah.
But just really cool. Airport has a bunch of like
Yeah.
aviation type theme or
Yeah, Eglin, that right now that's where the F-15EXs are. The Eagle
Yeah.
2s. That's
Mhm.
where they're basically test flying them out of. Lot of converted F-16 drones fly out of Eglin and get shot down over the Gulf. Pretty
That
awesome,
would be cool
actually.
to see. Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah. So
definitely.
So that's been my experience. It's cool. And we're gonna spend a couple days along the beach there, where the military truck's been buzzing. So I'll try to get some videos, and maybe we can share
Good.
them on next week's podcast.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
Cool.
So
That would be cool. By the way, speaking of the F-15EX,
Yeah.
just a
There
little
it is.
story
There's
here.
one of two right now.
Yep. So the Air Force just recently announced, this is coming from Warzone on the Drive, the F-15EX Eagle II are going to be also stationed at bases in California and Louisiana. Previously, it had only confirmed that these jets would be headed to units in Oregon, but this brings some new clarity to the overall plans for these aircraft. Currently expects to buy a total of 104 in the coming years, but also many new questions. Anyway, the Secretary of the Air Force issued a press release today saying the service has chosen Fresno Air National Guard Base in California and also Naval Air Station Joint Reserve Base in New Orleans. So
yeah, basically
for the new
they're
locations.
swapping out old Eagles for new Eagle 2s.
Yep. So that's kind of cool.
Yeah,
Nice.
yeah, that is cool.
Definitely. Hey, if you want to join in the chat and give Ryan some shit while he's here, please feel free to do that.
I've already seen a little bit. I already saw raccoon eyes, I think.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, no, I'm glad I got to hop on and say hi to you brothers and just letting you know I miss you guys. And
Oh, brother, we're so glad you could jump on. I don't know if we got to this comment. Brett Johnson, he's just saying hi, LOL.
hey,
Brett
nice.
is here. That's I guess. Oh yeah, Brett. Okay, I know who that is.
Yeah.
We met some of these people, at Nellis, during Red Flag, and it's it's really cool. I love the aviation community.
Yeah. Oh,
so
definitely.
Enjoy the sun. Yes, I have been, and I will.
Yes.
And just for all the AVGEEK's information, I flew from Salt Lake to Delta on a
Salt Lake to
Delta. You flew to Delta, Utah?
Salt Lake to Atlanta.
On Delta.
On an A321. And,
nice.
And then from Atlanta to VPS on a 737 900 ER, I think it was. So
yeah,
okay,
yeah, that's cool.
So
yeah.
when I was a dispatcher for Pinnacle Airlines for a short time, when I was based out of Memphis, we were flying Delta 900s from Memphis to was it Memphis?
The CRJ 900?
What did I say?
Delta 900.
Well, you said like Delta 900s. I just wanted to make sure that you're talking about CRJ. Okay.
Yeah. What I meant to say was Delta CRJ 900s. Sorry.
Okay. That's what
we flew. Oh, no, actually we flew those 900s out of Atlanta to Valparaiso. So I guess Delta's doing some mainline again. Of course, that was good Lord.
Yeah, that was a long time ago. Since everybody's mentioned Delta and messed up, I'll tell you a quick story about actually Delta, Utah. So, I used to work the ramp at Salt Lake International, just like Tony and Ryan. I mean, we all did at one point in our aviation careers. But there was a Falcon 50 corporate jet that came in one day. And they were down at Delta, Utah for something, their client that they were flying around. And they actually left a suitcase in the little tiny airport FBO there. And so the crew's like, yeah, we got to go down there. And the pilot's like, you want to go on a ride in a Falcon 50? So I was like, sure. So a couple of us actually went up in a Falcon 50, flew down to Delta, taxied off the runway. And the FBO manager actually brought it was just like a carry-on suitcase. And the pilot just opened the window and he handed it up to him, and we taxied right back and went right back. That was pretty cool.
Nice.
Ryan, didn't you have an experience like that too?
Pretty much almost the exact same thing to Idaho Falls and a Piaggio, a P1.
Oh, there you go.
Wow.
Nice.
Yep, almost the
Piaggios are cool.
thing. Yeah. It's cool the opportunities you get, when you work in a ramp or at an FBO. But
so my similar situation to that was I was working the ramp in Oklahoma City. It was for AAR, and it was the Sioux Indians that it was the Indians out of Florida that or Native Americans. Fuck. Anyway, they have this beautiful Gulf Stream, and they flew it in, and they own like the Hard Rock in Tampa, and they own a lot of casinos. They have a shit ton of money. So they brought this
the Gulf Stream.
Right, exactly. So they brought these. They arrived in rental cars with their clients, and then they were flying out, and they rented the cars though out of Tulsa. And there wasn't whatever the car rental agency, they didn't have an office in Oklahoma City. So they were like, well, we're just dropping these cars off. We don't care. They may come and pick them up. And I'm like, well, well, do you want me to just drive it back to you for you? And so they're like, yeah, how much would it cost us to do that? And I was just kidding. I said, oh, I don't know, $500 plus gas. And he pulled out his wallet. He handed me $500 bills, and he said, tell you what, I'll just give you 500. You cover the gas. And I was like, okay. So I called up my wife at the time, and I'm like, hey, we're going to Tulsa.
Nice.
So
Yeah.
it
Cool
was just
opportunities.
it was pretty funny.
Nice.
Yeah.
How that ended up happening. But anyway.
Cool. Well, I'm gonna leave you. I just wanted to stop and say hello. Thanks to everyone that said have a great vacation.
Okay. Matt the man, or Matt Thiemann. Sorry.
Thanks, Matt, and good talking with you, brothers. Go ahead and kill it. How much like yeah, the A321. It was definitely different than the 737. That's for sure. But I'll have to chime in on our next podcast about Delta and their nice woke pre-flight safety.
Oh my god!
We're gonna have to find that video so we can play it.
Yeah, it's awful.
Yeah,
but
for sure.
But yeah,
well, at least you weren't on an A319.
What's that?
At least you weren't on an A319.
Yes, true. So, anyway, all right, belling out. See you guys. Thanks to everyone that commented, and I'll see you, brothers, on the flip side.
All right.
On the flippity
Have
flip.
Fun. Be safe. Don't get eaten by an alligator.
Okay. Dink and flicker.
Dink and flicker.
All right.
See you, brother.
Okay.
All right.
See you, brother.
Bye.
Bye. That's
cool.
funny.
All right. Well, great. So since we were talking about F-15s, let's just jump into the next story.
Yeah,
I'm gonna pull this video up, and
it's been an awesome day. A bit of a sad day, but also a fantastic day for me. So I got to take off tail 86156 for its final flight. Took off from Barnes International Guard Base in Massachusetts and flew about an hour and a half here to Wright-Patterson Air Force Base.
This video is courtesy of the Department of Defense, by the way.
Got to land at Wright Field, and this jet will be on permanent display in the Air Force Museum, and I got to be the lucky one to ferry her here. So sad day to see your tail. I've been lucky enough to have my name on this tail. It's not necessarily my jet by any stretch, and there have been a lot of fantastic pilots that have flown this one before me. And most namely this jet to me, as I grew up in the F-15C. One of the cool bases I got to be stationed at was RAF Lakenheath in the United Kingdom. And this jet was always assigned to the Lakenheath weapons officer. So it was always a special jet with the best pilot flying at the time. And then a couple of years ago when RAF Lakenheath was shutting down, some of those tails got redistributed, and Barnes International Guard Base got this one. And then I was lucky enough to be assigned to it for a stroke of fortune here. So I get to be here, and which is great. I think this holds true for any fighter, but certainly F-15C I'll speak to. I've been flying this for about 10 years.
Dude, we
you
really
don't
have
make
to
too
go
many
to
concessions
Wright-Patterson.
in the F-15C. Like, if you want to pull more G, you pull more G. If you want to go faster, you just go faster. If you want to maneuver, you maneuver. So there's not a lot of limits to it. There's not a lot of things you can't do.
Love the F-15, dude, especially the C.
That makes it really, really fun. The F-15C is kind of the last jet created not fly-by-wire, so it's, you know, belt cranks and pulleys, and you're connected to the stick. It's obviously hydraulically actuated to be able to move, but you feel it. And all the jets since don't really have that. They try and recreate it, but they don't really have the feels associated with this jet. It's a good and a bad thing. It's such that a really experienced pilot might have a better chance at it than a younger pilot because feels of the jet matter. But those feels of the jet are what make it challenging, what makes it really difficult, and what makes it extremely rewarding to fly. So this jet, I'll always maintain, is rewarding but challenging to fly, and that's what makes you keep coming back for more. And so flying overhead, not necessarily showing all the maneuvering, because what you saw is nothing compared to what this thing can do in the air. It's always fun every time I fly it. I enjoyed all of this across for the flight across the country, east to west and over Pennsylvania. Is you just look back and you see this beautiful, you know, kind of airframe behind you. You can see kind of the humps of the engine back there, the two tails and those two wings, and I'm like, every single time I get excited about it. So love this jet.
And there she is, the end of an era for that particular airplane, not the
Yeah,
airframe
just
itself.
even though they are retiring the C models,
Right.
quite regularly these days, which is sad. Hate to see that.
It is, man.
Just like Nellis, they don't have any more C models there. They're all gone.
They have one.
And well, I'm talking about operational. I mean, obviously they have a display one. God,
yeah, it's a new static display. Just
all your jokes are like going over my head tonight. I think it's because I'm like concentrating on the next thing that we're gonna talk to. I like keep going to the next step. But I actually wanted to show. So here's a shot of an F-15 I got down at Nellis.
Oh, dude, those colors.
Yeah. That's pretty awesome. So there's that one there, and also I caught it right as it was flexing away. Oh wow! Love the F-15C. It is just awesome.
It is. What a beautiful airplane.
Yeah. So anyway, I've got a quick little article that we can go. So let's see where we got it. Okay, here we go. I just want to read this real quick. So this is coming from the Dayton Daily News. Retired F-15 Eagle arrives at Wright-Patterson for inclusion in the museum collection, which is cool. The F-15 involved in the first double MiG-29 Fulcrum kill in the same engagement arrived at the National Museum of the United States Air Force Tuesday to become part of the museum's permanent collection of planes. The operational F-15C Eagle was flown in by a Massachusetts Air National Guard pilot. In March 1999, Captain Jeff Claw, H. Wang, I'm going to murder that last name if I try. Piloted this F-15C as commander of an air support mission over the former Yugoslavia during NATO Operation Allied Force. Nearing the Bosnian-Serbian border of the mission, he acquired a single radar contact, according to an account of, what do I say? Just Wang's mission? For the Huang. Yeah. Huang. While he and his wingman tracked the bogey, he identified two targets in enemy formation, the museum said. Within 90 seconds of detecting the second aircraft, he fired two AIM-120 missiles in rapid succession from a distance of 16 miles and achieved the F-15's first double MiG-29 Fulcrum kill in the same engagement. That is just badass, dude. Not many pilots can say that. That's pretty sweet. Right? Yeah. That's cool. Oh, here, F-15C model accounts for all Air Force aerial victories achieved by F-15s, except for an F-15E that destroyed a low-flying Mi-24 helicopter with a laser-guided bomb during Desert Storm.
I remember that story.
That jet is based at Seymour Johnson, and they actually were at Red Flag last year, and we actually got photos of that jet during Red Flag. So it's awesome. It has the green star
on its side. Yeah,
it has the green star on its nose and everything. So that's a lot of cool history there. But anyway, yeah. Sad to see the F-15, being retired more and more. Well, correction, the F-15C and the F-15D. The A's and B's have been retired for a while, but the C's and D's are going away. Most of the C's and D's that are being retired are going to be replaced by F-15EXs, which is great to still. I mean, we're still going to have F-15Es for a long time. And then the AXs, of course, which, even though they're a fourth gen fighter, F-15EX is probably more like a 4.5 gen fighter, 4.5 gen. It's got a lot of glass in the cockpit. It's now going to be fly by wire. So there's a lot of changes in the EX, but it's still very capable. I mean, my gosh, it's got so many weapon stations because now instead of just 2 weapon pylons on the wings, now it's going to have 4 total. So, and then of course everywhere else on the, underneath. But yeah. Right. So anyway, it's really sad to see the F-15Cs being retired like crazy.
Yep, it is. It is. But at least we get to see the F-15 for a lot longer, whatever variant or variation that they've got. So
yeah, totally.
Joe's saying he's got a dip, guys, on the road in my truck. Be good. This was fun. Well, thanks, man. Thanks for watching and
drive safe, man. Drive safe.
Yep.
Can't wait to see you again, dude. Good times.
Definitely. Aircraft Images saying the same as well. And then somebody was late to school again. Just saying.
Yeah, little Hess, man. Come on, man.
What's up, Lil Hess? Thanks for joining the podcast tonight. It's about damn time you got here. So should we get to our main story?
Yes.
The little rocket ship launch out of Texas.
Yeah. So this was really cool. So this is a long time coming. Obviously there were some.
Yes.
Go ahead, brother. I mean, it's
go ahead and finish.
This will end up revolutionizing, space flight. This rocket. I'll play the video first, and then we'll chat about it a little bit.
Right.
But let me bring this up here. I'm going to start the video at T-minus 10 seconds.
Okay, and then
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 3.
Look at how big this thing is.
This is a channel.
Hold on, brother. Your audio
is almost 400 feet tall.
0 post-launch flight operations.
Say that again, brother. It was a little loud.
I'll say it all after.
Okay.
Pressure is nominal.
Wow, I didn't realize it was so rubbery.
43 seconds into the test flight of the inaugural Starship vehicle. Tower cleared, we're into pitch over. Propulsion reports first stage engines nominal. What a sight from the ground cameras at Starbase. We're flying at twice the thrust of the Saturn V heading to space.
Acquisition signal, surface 50.
We're throttled down and throttled back up.
It's funny, they're talking about how everything's nominal, but look at all the engines that are out. Look at that view. It's like a spaceship, like a UFO.
Velocity increases.
Wow,
the density of the atmosphere is decreasing.
Max Q.
Lessening stress on the vehicle. The call out, max Q now.
Wow.
I mean, the Starship, the actual rocket itself is massive. And then the booster.
Yeah.
What is it? The heavy, what do they call it?
Into flight.
Just the, oh shit, I don't know. Heavy.
Yeah. Something heavy.
Whatever.
Big fucking rocket.
Yeah. But you can see the little graphic on the left, like how many engines are out.
Right.
It'll be interesting to see
if all goes well, those 6 engines will burn for almost 6
exactly why those went out.
Well, there's obviously redundancy built into that too.
Yeah, it can still make it to orbit even if some engines go out. That's true.
Right.
I don't know about 6 or 7 engines, but
right, yeah, exactly. Man, I wish it would have made it to separation. Oh shit! Spoiler alert! If you didn't know.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure a lot of people watching probably knew.
Because here's where it starts to pitch.
Yeah, and then it just starts
pitching and getting out of control.
Spiraling. Well, and look at the altitude and speed. Just
dang it.
It was exhilarating watching this thing live. on YouTube.
Yep. And, yep.
Yeah, it got up to,
Something doesn't
to
look right.
39 kilometers, and then it started to drop.
Yep. Wow.
Yeah, I mean, just unbelievable.
Right now, we are awaiting stage separation.
Yeah, I don't
At
think
this
stage
point, with it
separation's gonna
flipping
happen.
around,
Separate from
yeah.
the super heavy booster.
Yeah, Kate, right now it looks like we saw the start of the flip, but obviously we're seeing from the
See, now we're down to 35 kilometers, and the
Yep.
speed's going up because it's falling back to the Earth.
Yep.
And this rocket, I mean, keep in mind, this thing is almost 400 feet tall.
Spinning, but I do want to remind everyone that
I mean, that's amazing.
after clearing the tower was icing on the cake.
Oh, there it goes. So anyway, yeah, what an awesome launch. So Elon Musk, he tweeted before, he's like, hey, if we just don't destroy the launch complex, then it's a win.
Absolutely.
When you're the way SpaceX does things is way different than like NASA. SpaceX, right. They throw their knowledge together, and then they test it. And
right.
And that's just, they don't take years to try to do, perfect one thing versus another.
Multiple vehicles to test as well, because they know that they're going to have failures. But the thing is you can't, I mean, this was the same thing that happened with, what was the payload that they were starting to send up? Some of their first rockets.
There's the Falcon 1 rocket.
The Falcon 1, the Falcon Heavies, all these different rockets. Yeah. And how many did they splash? How many of the boosters splashed before they were actually able to land one on the pad? I mean, it was just, this
the Falcon 9s. Yeah, exactly.
Right, the Falcon 9s. We got this far with this one. Now we're going to get this far with this one. And then we got this far with, I mean, it's a learning curve, and it's an experience, and it was just, that thing is just massive. That is the largest vehicle to depart off of the face of this earth.
Yeah.
And
I can't, I mean, I'd love to see one, launch in person, but yeah, I mean, almost 400 feet tall, 33 Raptor engines, so much thrust in that. And this is the first time that they've launched the super heavy booster. It just came to me. That's what they call it. Mm-hmm. But anyway, the only times that they've ever ignited all 33 Raptor engines is only an engine test, and they only ran the motors up to 50%. So, but all those engines, when they launched it literally blew a 25-foot hole straight through the concrete into the ground because of how much thrust. I mean, you see all the dust, and there was concrete just strewn all over the place. People were actually having dust and sand settle on them that were broadcasting from like 5-6 miles away. I mean, this thing just kicked up. When you watch all the different angles of footage of this thing, it was shooting debris and concrete into the ocean that you can see. I mean, it's just crazy how much thrust. And I just don't think Elon and SpaceX, understood. They obviously, missed whatever it was for the launch complex for the actual pad. But
and again, it's just how you learn,
exactly.
How next time. And I mean, think of all the milestones that they hit. I mean, number one, it's like you said, Elon was just glad that it didn't blow up the complex. So it cleared the launch tower. It got up to roughly
past max Q,
40, past max Q, roughly 40 nautical miles away.
Yeah, with 1, 2, 3, 4, with like 6 engines out.
Yeah,
It did
with like
that.
6, right? 6 of the Raptor engines out, and it still did all that. I mean, okay,
Yeah.
maybe you've got a
Yeah.
little too much thrust on there, but it did all that. And now I guess the original goal for the mission, and I shouldn't say there's milestones, there's goals, there's expectations. The
Mhm.
mission was planned for it to get about 80 nautical miles altitude and then splash down somewhere near Hawaii. And and
Yeah,
obviously
they were going to land the super heavy booster off the coast in the ocean as like a little
Right.
test to try to actually see if they could land it onto the ocean, and
Mhm.
then it would topple over,
Right.
obviously. And then same
Right.
with the Starship vehicle itself. Yeah,
Mhm.
near Hawaii, they were going to do that too.
Well, and basically that plan is, okay, we're probably not going to get there, guys, but let's see if we can, and if we do, let's have a plan to do it.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, it
and
was
it's
a
just
pretty damn successful first. I mean,
it was
twice the
pretty
thrust of
freaking
the
impressive.
Saturn V rocket that sent astronauts to the
Right.
moon, or even the latest NASA rocket, the Artemis,
Mhm.
the space launch system. It's more powerful than that, and yeah, wow, just unbelievable. They got they got as high as they did. They
Mhm.
it actually didn't break up and blow up on its own. They actually they
Right.
actually hit the kill button. Brought
They
it down.
basically hit the abort button. Brady Kendrick says that is the theory I've seen out there as to what happened to some of the engines, concrete chunks and debris getting kicked up into the bottom of the rocket. That makes total
Yeah.
sense.
Yeah, well,
Um,
a few seconds after launch, after it clears the tower, with all the video angles and all the videos, you can
Mhm.
clearly see something exploding at the bottom. Whether that's some kind of a rocket bell, or one of the rockets exploding, or engines exploding. Excuse me.
Jesus.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. But the view of that thing with the Raptor engines glowing, and then the ones that are out. I mean,
Oh,
it's just
yeah.
it's surreal looking.
I'm surprised it didn't punch a hole all the way through to China.
I know, really. Little Hess rocket launches are so freaking cool. I remember watching a Starlink rocket launch from Kennedy in person. That's cool. Yeah.
Oh, look who's checked in. We didn't see you
BH.
last week. BH rolled. Thankfully, I missed the F-15. I'm not a vintage enthusiast. Okay,
Well,
Miss
yeah. Somebody's got to
Debbie
show.
Downer.
Somebody's got to show your F-35 lover boy how to combat, and
Right. So
BH World, he's F-35s or nothing. So if the F-35 went away, I don't even know what he would do with himself.
Gosh, I know, right?
But
Right. Didn't want to change the
that's
subject. Here, really, let's get back on this really quick. So, also when the SpaceX launch was going on, Elon had a few other things going on too. A lot of celebrities and trigger-worthy people lost their blue check marks. And it triggered a lot of people, and this is one of my favorite tweets. So this is from Bette Midler. I know she's
God.
doing everything she can to try and stay relevant. If you don't know who Bette Midler is,
She's definitely not the wind beneath my wings.
no, not between, not I almost said between. Wow.
Between.
Hear the wind between my anyway. No, what's that movie? Hocus Pocus? Yeah, anyway, that's
Yeah.
probably
Yeah.
the last most relevant. So she's all freaking out and throwing a fit because she gets her blue check mark taken away. Elon deciding that I'm not me, I'm fake, and obliging me, who has contributed mightily to your platform.
And
at
are
least
you
until
talking in her witch character voice?
I think so.
That's like,
I'm not
actually
sure yet.
it's a real voice.
Haven't decided. At least until you tweaked the algorithm and tanked my metrics to pay monthly because you don't have enough money, and you're humiliated because everyone thinks you're a pathetic douche. It's the funniest thing you've ever done. Let that sink in. Oh, sorry to hear about your rocket. I just love the trolling.
Oh man, just
the
ignorant idiot celebrities, and you know the actual funny. Oh my god, get those ugly toes off there.
Ew, that's gross. Sorry, I need to
anyway.
read this other tweet, but go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say, you know, speaking of the coverage too, I got a kick out of the mainstream media coverage too. You know, such a disastrous day for SpaceX, and
sad day
you know the
SpaceX.
rocket exploded and it was a failure and all this, and you're just like, you could easily see who the amateur freaking idiot mainstream media was, because they didn't understand at all. They don't even do the research. They don't even you know take the time to learn, like, okay, well
they don't, because
it's just it's so ridiculous.
Here's the way the media works. Okay, so if Elon Musk had not taken over Twitter, and made it a free speech platform, he would still be their little darling, because he's, you know, his Tesla vehicles, they're saving the planet and this and blah, blah, blah. The headlines would be a lot different. I know, right? Dude, it's not my fault. It's not. And don't say that these ads are based on your browsing history, because that's
yes, it is.
But if he was still their little darling, the headlines would be successful test of Starship, and the booster ends in spectacular, deliberate explosion over the sea. Test deemed a huge success, blah, 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 you know. But now that he's not their little darling, and he made Twitter a true, you know, a free speech platform, and now it's like, oh, failure at SpaceX, and should Elon Musk step down? And it's just like,
well, the
gaslighting idiots.
To me, the best part of it is all these damn celebrities, as soon as they're done tweeting, they have to go out in the garage and get in their fucking Tesla and have to drive.
I know. And you know,
it's just the best, like F you, you know, right to your face. It's so funny.
So mad, and they're tweeting and they're triggered, and then they go get in their Tesla and go buy a Starbucks or something.
Exactly.
Anyway, here, just wanted to show a response to that too. Dear Bet, I heard the tragic news and I couldn't stand by and watch you suffer. I have set up a GoFundMe to raise the $8 for your blue check
awesome.
mark. And money raised over that amount will go to a charity chosen by Elon Musk. Be the wind beneath her wings.
See, there's the wind. That was one of her songs, like back in the 90s.
Oh God, that is just so funny.
I think it was 90s, but anyway.
I love it. Aircraft Image is saying again, no, of course I'm not saying it's your fault, Tony. I just wanted to give you a hard time. Well, I'm used to it.
Oh no, Aircraft Images, give Tony a hard time. Just come on, it's okay.
By the way, BH World says he'd go on vacation if the F-35 stopped flying. I don't doubt that, actually. So.
Well, in 40 years when they retire him, I guess, you know, that's about the time where you're going to retire too. So I guess everything will end at the same time.
Yeah. So I have another cool story from the war zone, from the drive. This is pretty damn cool. More F-117s flying around. Caught roaring through a canyon in awesome images. Air Force plans to continue using the F-117 stealth jets in a variety of test and training roles through at least 2034. So, hey, we'll get to see him for 9 more or 11
Pretty
more
awesome.
years.
I want to catch him out in the wild like that. You know, it's not so rare anymore that they're flying. It's just the people that get to catch him out in the wild like that. It's super, super like lucky. And man, would that be awesome. What Instagram is that that caught that? Courtesy of Aviation Photographer. Go ahead.
Aviation Photographer Stink Jet on Instagram. That's one word. I love it.
That's awesome. There you go.
And then here's another great. Look at that. That is
that's awesome, man.
Yeah,
How awesome
that is
is
super
that?
pretty. And then I just wanted to show this video too that was captured by SneakCam as well. You can see him just kind of halfway up the screen right there. A pair
God,
of
they look so
F-117s, by the way.
nice. You need to be your camera.
Wow.
Awesome.
Oh, here comes the other one.
That's so sick. Oh, and this one's even like way lower.
Oh, look at that.
Chills, man. Love it.
Man, there's still like another 15 seconds left in the video. Are they gonna come back around?
No, I don't think so. You're probably just catching them going off into the.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, it's been so long since I've seen an F-117, fly. I'd love to see one again.
We need to get out there and
I
start looking
know.
for these guys. So Wadman says, I guess they were in the mock loop. I heard they were in the mock loop. Really?
Really? Recently? They're over in Europe flying them? Crazy.
Wow,
That's cool.
That's interesting too. Well, there is that thing
I
going on.
hadn't
in
heard that.
Ukraine.
I hadn't heard that. Yeah.
So, yeah, and Aircraft
Yeah.
Images says, of course, he'll go on, keep giving me a hard time. Thank you very much for that. I appreciate it. So
Good. Do it.
Hey, don't forget the RampCheck Podcast live stream. We are live on Rumble, YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter every Wednesday night, 7 p.m. Mountain Time. You can catch us right here. Usually it's all three of us. But, if you were watching earlier, Ryan did check in from Florida, wanted to say hi. Hey, make sure, though, that you go to our YouTube channel. We want to get those subscribers, definitely. And subscribe everywhere else that you can, of course. But go to YouTube, like, subscribe, share, check out all of our other content, and by all means, hit that damn notification bell, if you would, please. And then don't forget as well, the audio version of the podcast is also available on pretty much any podcast platform: Apple Podcasts, Google, Spotify, Pandora, Audible, you name it, we're probably there. And if we're not, and you'd like us to be, just shoot us a message. Give us a DM on Instagram or something. So anyway, so yeah.
Cool. Yeah. Good episode. Fun episode. I mean, that's we love doing, just talking aviation, talking aerospace. The interaction. We always love the interaction on the chat. So we appreciate you guys chiming in. Seriously, we really appreciate it. And it's just a lot. It's a lot of fun to do. So, like Tony had mentioned a few times, like and subscribe, hit the notification bell. Make sure you follow us on Rumble too, because I think Rumble is really going to be the free speech platform, and
Absolutely.
where a lot of content creators are going to go to. Obviously, YouTube is big still. It's the biggest. It's the most watched platform, and their monetization for creators. But Rumble's right there, and they're going to give YouTube a run for their money. That's for sure.
Absolutely. Absolutely. As we mentioned earlier in the podcast too, excuse me, I have to clear my throat here. So the FAA is still looking for a leader, and it's gotten so bad now that the current interim leader of the FAA, Billy Nolan, has announced he's leaving as well. So,
wow!
But don't worry,
mess, dude.
But don't worry. Notices to air missions. That's all I'm going to say about that.
Oh man, what a mess! This administration, just anything it touches, just fucking sucks.
Yeah, and I also read a story that the FAA is now developing new sustainable ATC towers for smaller airports as well. But again, notices to air missions. What the fuck does that mean anyway? I don't know.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Doesn't mean
yep,
anything.
exactly. And then we did say that we were going to talk about this story really quick, so we'll just talk about it really fast. Let me just pull the story up. Sorry. So I don't know where Canada gets off on thinking that they can just like seize an AN-124, a Russian AN-124, and just say they're just going to give it to Russia. I mean, give it to Ukraine.
Yeah.
So talk about virtue signaling with an AN-124. As the war in Ukraine continues into its second year, I mean, it's about a year and a half, I guess.
Yeah.
Countries are stepping up support for the country. In a statement, Ukrainian Prime Minister Denis Mihal said that Canada has agreed to transfer a seized Antonov AN-124 belonging to Russian cargo firm Volga Dnipro, which has been racking up thousands in parking fees since February in Toronto. The aircraft is part of a new aid package that will see more seized Russian assets be moved to Ukraine to support its defense. Anyway, the story began when this AN-124 freighter found itself stuck at Toronto Pearson International Airport after Canada shut its skies to Russian aircraft on February 27th. Unable to fly out before the deadline, the plane began accruing parking charges of $1,650 a day. That's a lot of fucking quarters to feed into the parking meter. Meanwhile, roughly $683,000 for its overstay. The aircraft was formally seized by the Canadian authorities in response to the invasion. So, is that something that they can get away with?
Dude, they're well, first of all, they're not going to get paid that, almost, $750,000 of parking fees, especially if they're just going to take the jet and I got to tell you, if they are going to give it to Ukraine, they better not, fly it to Ukraine, because that's got Russian secret bombing mission written all over it.
And all I have to say about that is the AN-225. Remember what happened to that one?
Yeah.
The one and only. Yeah, that was pretty.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I'm tired with all the virtue signal with Ukraine. I don't know.
I really am.
Ukraine is not an innocent country, and the people of it are, but it's the leadership that's corrupt, and so whether or not what's going on now is right or wrong is beside the point. It's everyone, including the mainstream media especially, they're just like, oh, poor Ukraine. The people, I feel terrible for the people, but it's
absolutely
it's their corrupt leaders that have caused this to begin with. So I don't know.
Exactly. I mean,
it's a hot button issue.
And Vladimir Putin is no.
Oh, he's no saint.
Person. Yeah, exactly. That's what I was trying to say. He's no saint either. But who is on the right side of this? Probably nobody. But I'll tell you what. If it's just like we were talking about, either it was last week or the week before on the podcast, here in the United States during the Cuban Missile Crisis, Russia is deploying nuclear missiles. Cuba's less than 90 miles from Florida. So less than 90 miles from American soil. And you've got NATO knocking on the door at Russia. I mean, he's anyway. It's just whatever it is, I guess.
Yeah, there's legit arguments on both sides on this. It's
absolutely.
Just I don't know.
Yeah.
You just hate to see it because of all the suffering and all the wasting of money and it's just it's unfortunate.
Yep. It actually is. So we'll do one more story tonight before we head out. Don't forget to head over to the Ramp Swag store, www.rampcheckglobal.com. without you buying this cool ramp swag shit, this would not be happening. So we appreciate all the support you get. Don't forget to check out the new swimwear lines, Remove Before Flight, the Splinter swimsuits as well. And if you're Joe, was it Joe that wanted the silky robe?
Yeah. You know what though, dude? I'm sure he would sport that shit. He would do some photos and be like, "What's up?" He's funny.
Hell yeah.
He's a funny dude,
Absolutely.
man. He's a cool dude.
Joe is. Thanks again for listening, everybody, for listening tonight. Make sure you go to the Ramp Swag store. Lil Hess fighting fire with fire, apparently. Yeah, you're probably right. So, but just wanted to leave you guys with one more story here. And this is actually it's a video. It's kind of cool. I need to get over here to maximize it. So a Cargo Lux 747, and this is also coming from the war zone, was scrapes an engine in a white knuckle landing. Siri, I'm not talking to you. Good Lord. Always freaking
the
listening.
Beauty of live stream.
I know, right? It's a pretty airplane though, isn't it? But anyway, check this video out, man. Talk about a hard landing. All right,
yeah, this was nuts, dude. The freaking nacelle like was shooting sparks and everything. Hit the expand. Yeah, there you go.
Is that better? Okay, here we go.
Yep.
Boom!
Ooh!
Look at that. And wow!
Oh shit! He went around.
Yeah,
even.
he's
Damn.
going around. Yeah.
Did the number one? Did they have to shut down the number one? Do you know? Did it say in the article? Because that hit hard, dude.
Yeah, it just said that they hit a. I'm gonna play that again just because I want to. They did say that it was a successful go around and they landed safely. Look how hard he touches down.
Oh, and then he totally like rolls to the left.
Yeah.
You know their alcohol got tested. Their blood alcohol levels got tested.
And also I was gonna say too, I'll tell you what, the engine nacelle for the number one engine is the only thing they had to change that day. I would have soiled my seat if I was that captain. But I do want to go on and let's see here. Let me just minimize this again. So here's a picture of the damage.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Wow.
Let's see. That's the few. Is that, dude? That's under the.
They hit the tail too.
Yeah, that's the tail, dude. Look at that.
Wow, that's crazy. Dang it! A tail strike and a nacelle. Looks like the number 1 and 2 probably could have hit both of them.
Yeah.
Wow.
I think so. Go back here.
Interesting.
Well, okay. So actually, I don't know if that's the tail, is it? Because look
can't.
at the
can
bottom
you zoom
of the
in?
picture. Yeah,
zoom in a little bit.
Let me try and zoom this sucker in a little bit. Give me just a second here. It's not letting me zoom in much more. But if you look at the picture, you look at the gear and then you look at the engines are facing to the left of the picture. So this is that under the fuselage? Or maybe it's under the engine. It is under the engine, yeah.
It's got to be under the engine because it wouldn't have hit the fuselage unless it was a tail strike. But didn't look like it was a tail strike. Just wow, that's crazy.
And then look at the still of the engines hitting the ground right there. Look at all that.
I know, that's nuts.
Damn. That is one hard landing, and any hard landing is a good landing you can walk away from, right?
yeah, right. It's funny.
It's so funny. Let's see here. Lil Hess checks in. I may need to buy me some stickers for my school laptop. Okay, go. You know where to get them. You
Awesome.
know where to get them. That's right. And then also, that was not so butter. Looked like my landings in Flight Simulator. Right.
Yeah,
And Wadman
right.
says he would not want to be the one doing those repairs. I would not want to be the flight crew, actually, of that, because
Yeah,
it's
and to
probably
have
going
to
to be a
report
minute before
that.
they fly again. Yep, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's
That was,
crazy.
and they were pretty heavy. There's no way their cargo was rubber dog shit out of Hong Kong. I'm just gonna say that right now.
Yeah. Yeah, right.
Oh,
Oh,
hey,
man.
anyway, yeah, thanks everybody for watching and checking in tonight. It was a fun show. We touched on a lot of stories, didn't we?
We did. We did. We talked gosh, everything from space to F-15s being retired to 747 scraping the runway, you name it.
Right. Well, I think that's probably one for the books. What do you think, brother?
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's good. Yeah.
Cool.
And Ryan will be back next week. We're working on getting some more guests now too. So we'll we'll get some more guests on here. I've been chatting behind the scenes with a few people that we'll get on
by
soon.
the way, guess what?
What?
Today is the 90th episode of the RampCheck podcast.
Wow, that's crazy. 90.
90th.
Yeah, well,
90 episodes total.
Wow, that's cool. When we hit 100, we'll have to do a special show on the 100.
I think so too. You know what we need to do is we need to get Dope, A320 driver, and Pig on at the same time.
Yeah.
So I have a question for the two of you guys about that. How about it? Come on.
How about them? How about it? How about them? Yeah, I know. It's funny. I was actually texting Pig today, as a matter of fact.
Oh, you were? Oh,
yeah.
cool.
He'll send me like funny memes and stuff every once in a while, and I'll send him. His thing is he loves wearing Crocs, and so I see Croc memes or just crazy ass Crocs things, and I'll text him it all the time. It's pretty funny. But
you know who else wear Crocs during naughty time?
Who? I don't know.
Deadpool.
I'm missing it. Oh, Deadpool. Yeah. It's been a while since I've seen that.
Anyway, just a couple more things really quick, and then we'll go. Aircraft images. Well, once I get some work going on my recently new fun job, I'll definitely buy more swag from you guys shortly. Well, we certainly appreciate it. And Brady, oh man, not sure the world is ready for that. Okay, ready for what?
Yeah, I know. What did we miss?
What are you talking about, Brady? I'm sorry. I'm old.
Yeah.
My memory sucks. But anyway, yes, join us next week, next Wednesday night.
Pig and Dope. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think the world is ready for that either, but we're gonna do it. God damn it. So yeah. So Pig and Dope, if you guys are listening, we need to get you on for the 100th episode of the RampCheck podcast. Need more B-21 gear to show off at work? Yes, you do, Mr. Wadman. So you know where to reach us.
Yeah, we'll get some more. Speaking of that, I'm wearing B-21 hoodie today. I think.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I've got the.
Oh yeah, there it is.
Anyway.
Yeah, that's pretty.
Yeah,
awesome.
I got the B-21 hoodie on today.
I've got my F-14 Tomcat American Air Power shirt, which I absolutely love. All right.
Check this patch out. This is a pretty cool patch.
Dude, where'd you get that?
I got this from an anonymous source.
Where the hell is ours?
Not focusing? Come on. Focus,
yeah, it's kind of not focusing. It's trying to. That's badass, dude.
Here, need it like on the hat.
There it is. It's got the nice black background.
Yeah, anyway, that's cool. Yeah.
Okay.
Anonymous source. The same
awesome.
The same anonymous source that got us that Joint-Stars model.
Oh, that anonymous source. Okay, Mr. Anonymous source. Where the hell's mine?
Come on, focus, dude. Why won't the camera?
I don't know.
It's
It's
on
probably just
auto.
I don't know. Just
Oh,
blurry.
you know why? Okay, I know why, but I won't get into it.
I was gonna say you're the camera guy, so yes. All right, everybody. That does it for another edition of the RampCheck Podcast. Thanks again for joining us. Ryan will be back with us next week, and I'm Tony.
Oh, there's Ryan. Speaking of that, how about him?
How about him?
Yep.
Absolutely.
And I'm Aaron.
Good. Hey, Ryan. Ryan, you want to give us a quick good day?
I know. Hopefully,
Ryan, we need the good day. All right.
Oh, look.
Oh, wait. Oh, look. Aircraft Image just beat him to it. That works for me. Good day, folks.
Good job, brother.